So I've been hitting up my rack stores lately, and I've been finding a lot of hidden gems. Some of these haven't even seen them being reviewed on YouTube yet. So I said, what the hey, let me come out here and let me show y'all a couple of hidden gems. One of them, not sure if it's from the House of Milestone. I know I've been raving about the House of Milestone as being the best cheapy Middle Eastern clone house that I've seen pretty much in forever. But I know for a fact the other one is from the House of Mirada, which not every fragrance to me is good in my book. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Surf Pour Homme. I do like Black Shield Leather, but the original Shield, I was kind of iffy. And then there's one that is in the same shape as Shield, but it's like orange. I think it's like Armani or something like that. I wasn't really a big fan of that. I always see it and I never buy it. But for the most part, they're another Middle Eastern clone house because they do have quite a few clone fragrances. I have two right here that I'm going to review. One of them I'm going to do a comparison to another clone, and then I'll get out your hair. So you know how I always do with every video. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Okay, so the first one, you probably been seeing them pop up at your rack stores. Not sure what the house is because it doesn't say on here. All it says is the name of the fragrance, which obviously you know what it's a clone of with the name of the fragrance. And this one is Together With You. Let me get it to focus up a little bit. There we go. So, obviously you know this is a clone of Stronger With You. I'm not sure what the house is. I cannot find any information about the house. Even when I go online, I see these bottles popping up on Facebook, YouTube. Well, not really YouTube, but Facebook, Instagram, when I search on Google, different websites. But they don't say what the house is. I'm not sure if it's Milestone. I'm gonna check and I'll make a short if I can find if it's from the House of Milestone, because I do have a website that I go to that has almost every fragrance that Milestone makes. So I'm gonna see if that's Milestone. But normally Milestone has their logo on the bottle, so I'm not sure. I know there's a clone of Together With You. I think there's a Together With You like Intense, like it's a clone of Stronger With You Intense. I'm on the lookout for that one as well, and I'll kind of do more of a comparison to this other one, which is Unpredictable You. You've probably seen this floating around on Google and stuff like that. Do not make the mistake of what I did and buy this at full retail, because if you go like to the mall or somewhere, they're going to charge about $50 for this, but you can get this online for like $20. The only reason I'm not going to do an in-depth comparison is because from my nose, I think this is a clone of Stronger With You, and then I think this is a clone of Stronger With You Intensely, because you can see by the juice colors. So if I spray, oh wow, that just flew everywhere. Actually, let me go get it. Okay, so if I spray Together With You, and trust me, this might be Milestone because look at the atomizer. You already know Milestone is known for those great atomizers. And then if I spray Unpredictable You on my other hand, and if you've seen one of my shorts, I did say this is the worst atomizer I've ever seen in my life. I'll prove it to you one more time. It barely spits out any juice. It's like a little sprint. So let me take a little coffee break because it is early in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee. Oh, and by the way, go Saints, we undefeated so far. Hope we can make it. Now, from my nose, both of them are excellent scents. Together With You and Unpredictable You. But the main difference I'm getting is that Unpredictable You has a little bit more oomph to it. Like it's a little bit deeper, it's a little bit darker. So that's why I'm thinking that it's a clone of Stronger With You Intensely. It's not as sweet as Together With You. Like Together With You is sweeter and everything, and then Unpredictable You doesn't last as long as Together With You. So you're paying $50 for this if you buy this out the store, about 20 plus shipping online. This right here is a flat $15 and some change. Get this from Marshall's, where I found it. I'm not sure about TJ Maxx. I'm pretty sure because Marshall and TJ Maxx usually sell the same items. So yeah, this one, Unpredictable You, like I said, is a little bit more deeper, a little bit more woody. It's not as sweet as Together With You. That's why, like I said, I'm thinking that this one is Stronger With You and this one is Stronger With You Intensely. I mean, even with the juice colors, like I said, this one has a deeper, more woodier color, and then this one has a lighter color. So I think probably the sweetness of the amber, or if there's amber in there, probably brings this out a little bit more. So which one would I go with? In my opinion, it really just depends. If you want a little bit more long-lasting power, or you really want a little bit more projection, not by much, because both of them are not really beast mode, but I would say go with this one. You still kind of get the same DNA a little bit, but if you don't want it to be as sweet, a little bit more mature, a little bit more sophisticated, more grown up, more how should I say it, dressier, then I would say go with the Unpredictable You. And that's the same thing with Stronger With You and Stronger With You Intensely. So that's going to do it with these two. Definitely hidden gems, both of them. Just don't pay full retail for Unpredictable You. But if you see Together With You or Together With You, the one with the darker colored juice, I forget what it's called, definitely get them because they're definitely hidden gems. Now this next one, I definitely haven't seen anyone review it. Actually, people said they haven't even seen it at their rack stores. A couple of people said they have, but for the most part, people are not even seeing this. This one is an up and coming hidden gem from the house of Mirada, and it smells fantastic. I might even make this my scent of the day today. This is Deal for Man Stardom. And as you can tell, because it's called Deal for Man, you already know what this is a clone of. This is a clone of Ideal by Guerlain, or Ideal L'Homme, or L'Homme Ideal, however you want to say it. It's been a long time since I've smelt L'Homme Ideal. I think I smelt it in I think it was an airport fragrance shop that was in one of the airports. I think I smelt it. Matter of fact, it might have been, you know what? It was on my honeymoon when I was coming back from Puerto Rico. There was a fragrance, a little duty-free fragrance shop, and they had L'Homme Ideal sitting there. They had a tester, and I smelt it. From what I can recall, this does smell like it. I'm not sure about projection, longevity. I'm not sure about one-on-one comparisons or anything like that. But I will tell you that this right here is also 15 bucks. And I mean, you can't beat this for the price. This smells amazing. It is not beast mode by any means. It's along the lines of the Together With You and Unpredictable You. They're not beast mode by any means, but they are fantastic for the price. This right here, I want to show you the atomizer because it is excellent as well. It's another one of those pressurized atomizers. Like I just pressed it fully so it released all of the juice, but then if I want to just release a little bit, I can release a little bit. And then just smelling the air, it is fantastic. I'll spray a little bit on my skin. I mean, it's a little bit sweet. Definitely spicy. Definitely woody, but at the same time, it is just an overall gentleman's scent, you know? And I say gentleman because it's really up there. You know, this is beautiful. Mirada, between Mirada, Kamara, Milestone, and all of those kind of, I guess, indie UAE fragrances that you see in your Marshalls and TJ Maxx, they're just killing the game right now. I mean, I'm not sure how they can sell these fragrances for so cheap and they smell niche quality or even designer quality, because some of them are cloning designer fragrances like, you know, Armani's, and, you know, some of them clone, you know, Tom Ford fragrances, things like that. I'm not sure how they're getting away with this. Sometimes they even mimic the bottle per se. It's just ridiculous. So if you see any of these at your rack stores, please get them. They're backup bottle worthy. I'm probably gonna buy backup bottles of all of these Milestones and Miradas and all of those. I'm probably gonna buy backups. They're just ridiculous. There's another house. I haven't really found the ones I'm looking for, but I think it's called Mason Kin or something like that. They kind of come in the bottles that look like the Rich List a little bit. All the ones I found so far were either fragrances I wasn't interested in, or they were women's. Like one of them I think was a clone of Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, and I'm not gonna buy that. That's a woman's fragrance, and it's really feminine because my mom, that used to be her favorite fragrance. And there was another one that was a clone of, I think, Cypress Cedar or something like that by Tom Ford. And I just didn't like the scent, so I'm looking for, they have clones of, I think, Ombre Leather. I think there's a Baccarat Rouge 540 clone. There's clones that I actually want, so I'm kind of holding off on that. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. But anyway, the time to wear these, with these two, even with this one, it is approaching the fall, and it's approaching the fall season right now. So I would say Dill, you can get away with wearing in the fall. You can get away with wearing in the winter unless it's like super freezing, but you can get away wearing this in the cold weather. Same with this one, because it is sweet. You can get away with wearing this in the fall and the winter time. This one, because it's really deeper, I would say you can wear it in the fall, but it has to be, you know, really cold. And of course you can get away with this in the winter as well. So that's gonna do it. That was my review of these hidden gems. You will not be able to find this at your rack stores. The only place I found this is at the booth in the mall. But like I said, if you don't want to pay full retail, which is about $50, I would definitely recommend going online, because they're everywhere online. The whole line of these fragrances are online. So I would definitely say go online, because you'll save yourself about 20, 30 bucks. I mean, well, not really 20, 30 bucks, because they will charge shipping. They might charge processing, handling, whatever the case may be. So, but you'll save at least 20 bucks. And then these you're gonna find at your rack stores. You're definitely gonna find them at your TJ Maxx and your Marshalls. You're not gonna find them at Ross. You're not gonna find them at Nordstrom Rack. You're not gonna find them at Burlington Co Factory, any of those places, but you will find them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So that is it. I will conclude this video. I appreciate you for staying, watching the whole video. I appreciate it. I've reached above 200 subscribers. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, because there's people that are in the thousands, but at the same time, I'm grateful because I know my YouTube is growing short. It's growing slowly. I said short, but it's growing slowly but surely. So I definitely appreciate it. Probably when I reach 500, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, keep on pushing that notification bell, keep on sharing, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, that Davinci the poet does poetry and sim reviews. I'm out. And 3 things I always say when I conclude every video, y'all know what it is. Salute, peace, and God bless. Stay tuned for the next one.